Okay, right here is a 2001 Caterpillar 365B LME. The 365 model was introduced by Caterpillar in 1999 as a gap filler between the smaller 350 and the larger 375, capturing the size class previously held by the older 245D series. To touch on this a little more, even though the 245 was succeeded by the 375 in 1993, the 375 was actually a larger class machine altogether, and it wasn't until the launch of the 365 when the 245 size class was re-established. Available from Caterpillar with either a reach or mass excavation boom, the 365 could be equipped with 3 long stick options in reach configuration to swing a bucket ranging from 3 1/4 to 3 3/4 cubic yard, and 2 short stick options were offered in mass excavator configuration, allowing for higher digging forces and bucket capacities of up to 5.2 cubic yards. This 365 is equipped with Caterpillar's V-type spade edge rock bucket for improved penetration in hard materials. A front shovel configuration was also offered, equipped with a 5.2 cubic yard bull clam. To give you an idea of the size of a 365, this machine measures 11 feet 8 inches tall from the ground to the top of the operator's cab, and 13 feet 3 inches wide. The track gauge can also collapse from 10 foot 8 inches to 9 feet for highway transportation. And an optional raised cab is also offered for this machine to boost the operator up an additional 2.4 feet. And ground pressure for this machine ranges from 10.3 to 14.4 psi, depending on configuration. "30-inch crawler shoes were standard for the 365. However, Caterpillar also offered optional wider 36-inch and narrower 26-inch shoes depending on the type of ground surfaces that this machine would be working on. A long undercarriage was standard on the 365 to maximize stability and lifting capacity. And Caterpillar also offered optional full-length track guards for added protection when operating on steep slopes. And this machine has a top travel speed of 2.6 miles per hour. Now, let's go up inside the operator's cab. Here you can get a good overview of the interior of the operator's cab on the 365. The suspension seat is fully adjustable and offers a wide range of positions for increased comfort. Let's go and hop in. Okay, let's take a look at what some of these controls do. These 2 hand levers that you see directly out in front of the operator's seat connect to the 2 foot pedals on the floor, and this is how you travel this machine. Each hand lever or foot pedal controls each individual track. A third pedal mounted on the right side is also available for straight inline travels. And to the left and right of the travel foot pedals, you can see 2 footrests. The 2 joysticks that you see off to the left and right sides of the operator's seat control all the digging functions of the backhoe attachment out in front, or if this machine were set up as a front shovel. Back here, behind the armrest, here you can see other switches to control other various functions on this machine. You can see the ignition switch, and here you can see the throttle control dial. Okay, out in front of the operator's seat on the right side, here you can see the control console, which contains all of the gauges to monitor the fuel, engine oil temperature, hydraulic oil temperature, and the engine coolant temperature. This machine features a vital information display system, which continuously monitors this machine while it's in operation and alerts the operator in case of a malfunction with warnings or codes through the message center screen, seen here below the gauges. This screen also displays the machine operating conditions, such as the engine speed setting, auto engine speed mode, engine operating hours, and the time clock. And the keypad that you see below allows the operator to select the machine operating conditions and set view parameters. This machine also features a heavy lift mode and also an automatic climate control system, which maintains a constant inside temperature regardless of outside conditions. And from right here, you can get a crystal clear view of what the operator would see if he were running a 365B LME. Okay, inside of this compartment, here you can see the air intake and air cleaning unit for the engine. And directly below, you can see where the batteries are stored for the machine. Now let's go on the other side of the machine and check out the engine and hydraulic systems. Here you can get a good view of the top deck of a 365. The 365BL is powered by a Caterpillar 3196 AT-AAC turbocharged and air-to-air aftercooled inline 12-liter 6-cylinder diesel engine, delivering 385 horsepower at 2,000 RPM and 1,244 foot-pounds of torque at 1,400 RPM for this machine, which you can see looking right under the hood here. This machine features a high-capacity cooling system, and from here you can get a good view of the engine radiator. The fan is hydrostatically driven to provide quiet engine operation and reduced fuel consumption during cold temperatures. This machine features a load-sensing proportional priority pressure compensation hydraulic system, which regulates hydraulic flow based on joystick position without being dependent on load, and also reduces pump output when the joysticks are in neutral to save power. And here you can see where all of the hydraulic hoses run out to power the backhoe attachment in the front. Mounted on the right side of this machine is the diesel fuel tank, which you can see right here, which holds 211 gallons of fuel. And mounted directly behind it is the hydraulic oil reservoir tank, which you can see right here, which holds 82 gallons of oil. Here you can see the two high-torque swing motors, which connect to the slew ring and develop 150,850 pound-foot of torque to swing this machine left or right. And ahead of the swing motors, you can see the center joint. And from here you can get another good view of the top deck on a 365 BL. The 365 utilizes a large compound main hydraulic pump, developing 212 GPM to power the front attachment and travel, along with a separate swing pump developing 94 GPM for high swing speeds and full-time swing priority. And a separate gear type pump developing 24 GPM powers the pilot control circuit. This machine operates under a standard working pressure of 4,640 PSI in normal mode, while the swing and travel circuits operate under 4,060 and 5,080 PSI respectively. From underneath here, you can see where the two auto-shifting two-speed travel motors are located, one on each crawler frame, which gear to triple reduction planetary final drives. The motors also feature counterbalance valves to prevent overspeeding during downhill travel. And take note that both the motors and the hydraulic lines that run to power the motors are encased inside of these metal guards, which protects the motors and the hydraulic lines from any rocks, dirt, or falling debris when the excavator is in operation. And on the back of the 10.7-ton counterweight, you can see where it says CAT. And the overall operating weight of a 365B with a reach boom and a long stick option can range anywhere from 72 to 74 tons. With the mass excavation boom and short stick, this machine can weigh in between 73 and 75 tons and 80.8 tons in front shovel configuration. In late 2002, Caterpillar released the 365BL Series 2, which featured many improvements over the older unit, such as increased engine horsepower by 5%, achieved from the use of an advanced diesel engine module, which controlled the engine for optimal fuel injection, an 18% increase in lifting capacity, achieved from larger boom cylinders and redesigned thrust position between the boom and stick connection, and more durable bucket linkage, achieved from increased bucket pin diameter and the use of flag-type pin retention versus bolt-type. In 2005, this machine was upgraded to the 365 CL series. But there she is, a 2001 Caterpillar 365B LME.